finding themselves in a really precarious situation. They were unable to get back to shore. And since this story is like somewhat weather-related, we thought Rob might be able to do it because we all like looking at Rob. Hey, Rob.
Hi, good morning again, guys. You know, it was the first nice day in a while, so it seemed like a good day to go fishing, right? Well, it was the Coast Guard to the rescue. They had been called when fishermen were on Lake Erie just off the shores of Ohio that when they saw that they were having trouble getting back to shore. It was supposed to be a fun day of fishing.
We're going back, but it has opened up freaking a football field.
But as the ice started to crack, this fishing trip quickly turned into a slippery rescue mission.
Ice broke loose off of the state park. Approximately 75 people are trapped.
Over 100 ice fishermen finding themselves stranded on partially frozen Lake Erie Saturday morning near Catawba Island.
You said I don't know if it'd be good to go on that ice today.
No, I knew better.
But temperatures continue to rise, causing the ice to break apart, pushing the fishermen out even farther. 33-degree lake water now separating them from shore.
Within a matter of 20 minutes, it was open to 100 yards.
The Coast Guard springing into action to save the men, using airboats and even lifting 2 others out by helicopter.
We were taking people across on this. We had about 1,000 foot of rope.
Everyone managing to get off the lake without serious injuries. Although not pictured there, we were told that some of the guys actually swam to shore. That water 33 degrees, so hopefully they were close at the time. But by the time the Coast Guard got to some of these guys, they were a mile and a half from shore. So kudos to the guys and gals working the Coast Guard to get those guys safe.
It happened around 8:30 this morning off Catawba Island. The fishermen were about a mile out on that ice when they heard it crack.
Shouldn't have came out today. Should not have came out today.
That's the reaction from James Gibellew. He was one of the dozens of fishermen rescued from ice that broke off from the island.
Once we got set up, we heard a loud pop and then guys screaming and yelling at everybody to pack up and run in. But by that time we had figured out that a big crack had opened up and that it was time to get inside.
10 TV spoke to Gibellew over the phone. He told us it didn't take long for that crack to expand, huge, to the size of a football field. A couple of guys had a boat that the group used to send people to safety.
We started taking everybody's rope and cutting ropes off of sleds and tying them all together, and we tied it to the boat. And we put a couple people on the boat, and they'd row out to the other side of the piece of ice, through the open water onto the other side. Then we pulled the boat back, and each time we had to keep adding string and rope.
But the chunk of ice kept drifting farther and farther. Some people jumped in and tried to make it on their own.
There was a lot of people that really panicked, and they actually started jumping into the water and trying to swim across.
Gibellew says those folks struggled but made it across. Those who hung back waited to be rescued. The Coast Guard used helicopters from Detroit and airboats to get the fishermen and bring them to safety.
Oh, when I seen and heard them coming, it was a big relief.
To the 46 people rescued, another 100 people made it back to shore on their own. James Gibellew, who you heard there, says it was fairly warm out, and the next time, he'll stay off the ice in March.